What's up, Cowboys Nation? Back at you again with another video. And today we're going to be talking about left guard / tackle Tyler Smith. And quiet as kept, he was the best player on the Dallas Cowboys, regardless if it was the offense or the defense. And this is a guy that has really stepped up. Shout out to Will McClay. We're here to run the tape. So let's get right down to it. The beauty about having a guy like Tyler Smith on the offensive line is he can play that left guard position or the left tackle position. If you see this play right here, he's going to be going up against a defensive tackle, and he's going to completely wash him out the play. You got guys like TJ Bass, he's going to be pulling to the left, as well as guys like Terrence Steele, he's going to be pulling to the left, with Tony Pollard getting the ball to the left as well. But when you look at a guy on the offensive line, if you can be able to completely remove him off the line of scrimmage, this is what you need. So we'll run a play. As you can see, Tyler Smith gets his hands right on him and completely removes him. This is the kind of stuff that Tony Pollard is going to love. This is the type of stuff that guys like Rico Dotto is going to love as well. Getting those 4 or 5 yards is very, very important. We'll run this play in real time so you guys can see it. Just having a guy with this type of power, the aggression, just to try to drive and use his legs. This is what you need, and this is textbook, guys. And one thing about this type of player right here, I mean, we all know that he was a top-notch road grader coming out of college, but the questions was about him being able to pass protect. But just seeing a guy drive someone off the ball like that, it makes it easier for guys like Tony Pollard to get his cut, to get his first read, and get this thing going. So it's good to see it. I definitely had to show that play first, the physicality. So let's get down to the next play. So this play right here absolutely shows the brute strength of Tyler Smith. He's at that left guard position, and he's going to be going against these defensive tackles. That's about 600 pounds of beef between both of those guys. Hunter Luckby's going to get the ball. So we're going to run this play. As you see, he's lined up. Motion. My guy, Jake Ferguson motions. Next thing you know, look at Tyler Smith. Hold both of these guys at the line of scrimmage. If you look at Hunter Luckby, he just goes right behind that. And look at the job that Tyler Smith is doing. All of that power up top to be able to hold two guys, 600 pounds in total, for my guy to get a 9-yard gain like that, Hunter Luckby. This is what you need. We'll run it in real time just so you guys can be able to see it. Shock them at the line of scrimmage. Hold it up. Next thing you know, 8-9-yard gain from Luckby. This is the type of stuff that we need to be able to set the tone. When you do things like that, eventually the defensive linemen, they get tired. Physicality, physicality, physicality. That's what you need out of this team. If they can be able to do that, that brings out a better Dak Prescott. You can run the ball. Then that's when play action happens. So just seeing this player be physical, to be able to hold these guys up, to be able to get those gritty yards, this is how you can be able to change games. So this is a play right here that really shows that Tyler Smith is really about that life. So he's going to be pulling to the right side, and he's going to explode on number 43. Then you got guys like Jake Ferguson. He's going to be pulling right behind him. And then our right guard, our tackle, and our tight end, they're going to be down blocking the opposite way. And this is the thing that's good about Brian Schottenheimer, because what he'll try to do is he'll have guys pulling one way. On the other side, he'll have guys down blocking the opposite way. So love to see things like this, because all it takes is for one little crease for Tony Pollard to be able to spring it. So we'll run this play. As you can see, Tyler Smith is pulling and Jake Ferguson is pulling. Tyler Smith goes straight to 43 and blows him up. We're going to run that back. Blows him up. This is exactly what you need, Cowboys Nation. For a guy to come out there and have that physicality like that, this is exactly what you need out of your offensive lineman. Jake Ferguson coming with that good block. That stuff is so key when it comes down to situations like this. And look at Tyler Smith over there giving him that look. This is what you need, guys. If you can be able to find a guy to be able to do that all throughout the game, it rubs down on guys like Zach Martin. It rubs off on guys like Tyler Biadasz. Just setting the tone is going to be very, very important. And these defensive linemen, they don't want to get hit like that. Having a guy that's going to blow them up like that, they're going to think twice about it. But it's always good to see the physicality, because we all know that this kind of stuff right here sets the tone. So we'll get down to the next play. So here's another play right here that's kind of like the same pattern as the other play, but you got Jake Ferguson at that fullback position, and he's going to be going to the right side. He's going to be blocking. Then you'll have my guy Tyler Smith pulling to the right, blocking as well. When you look at the offensive line, they're going to be down blocking, the same type of pattern, but they're going to be down blocking the opposite way. So we'll run this play. Check out my guy Jake Ferguson. He's leading the way. He hits number 52, square on. Great block right there. Tyler Smith is right behind him. He crushes 51. and just being that leader right there. Tony Pollard, I mean, if he sees it, he's springing in about 40, 50 yards. That's just what he does. But just everybody being on the same page and having that chemistry on the offensive line. We're running in real time so you guys can see it. Pulling guards, Jake Ferguson, contact, let's go. This is the kind of stuff that you need from this guy. I love to see situations like this because when you got the tight end position and the fullback position, if they're on the same page as the offensive line and vice versa, this is how you can be able to run a unit. But this is a situation where you're going to have to practice this stuff in training camp, mini camp, as well as the regular season to get this thing right. And if they can run plays like this throughout the season, they should be able to dominate. So let's get down to the next play. With the JC Network, we don't always show the good plays. You got to show the bad plays as well. But it's crazy because this is like the only bad play that I've seen from Tyler Smith. Every other play, he has been dominant, and he really was the best offensive player this past game. But he's going to be pulling to the right, and he's going to be going up against Gardeck. And Gardeck is a good player. He's been having a good season so far, and he's going to dip it low on my guy. When you look at that right side, these guys are going to be down blocking to the left, and then you're going to have my guy, Jake Ferguson, pulling to the right as well. So we'll run this play. All right, as you can see, he's in motion. Next thing you know, my guy pulls, and Gardeck dips it low. Check this out. It was a good rush by him. I'm not even going to lie. He got to my man, Tony Pollard. He stopped him for a tackle for a loss. I mean, this guy got really, really low. He didn't want any smoke when it came down to Tyler Smith. But Tyler Smith can't be looking clumsy out there. But the thing is, just got to get yourself in position. We'll run this in real time so you guys can be able to see it. Pulls to the right. All right, next thing you know, he dips it low on him, and he makes that tackle. That's crazy. But my thing is, if Tyler Smith can be able to just get in position, we all know that this guy is very, very powerful. Defensive linemen, they do not want no smoke when it comes down to his power because he will absolutely deplete you off the line of scrimmage. So seeing Gardeck make that type of move, that was big time. But the thing is, if he can be able to position himself, use his hands, use his eyes, and try not to be so aggressive, he could have made that play. But you never know. With Tony Pollard's ability, he could have probably sprung it on that play, but Gardeck made a good play. It is what it is. There was a lot of question marks about Tyler Smith being able to protect the passer. It was the technique things. They felt good about him being a road grader, but from his first year into his second year, this guy has been progressing week in, week out, game in, game out. And just seeing this guy, we have to understand that the tape doesn't lie. So we'll run this play, striking with his hands, lowering his anchor. The guy is strong from the waist down. You need things like that. It's so good to see stuff like that, guys. We didn't get the pass play on that. We're going to run it in real time real quick so y'all can see it. But just being able to stop this guy and have Dak Prescott be able to step in within the pocket, that's just going to have Dak Prescott be able to trust you, and that's going to make him that much more comfortable, and that brings a better quarterback. Just seeing this type of play like this and having a guy that can be able to be a road grader and you can be able to protect the passer, this is what Dak Prescott loves to see. This is what Mike McCarthy loves to see and Brian Schottenheimer. You got to progress. He's actually learning. He's listening to his coaches, and this is exactly what you want out of Tyler Smith. So here's another pass play by Tyler Smith where he's using his feet well. I love to see stuff like that because, like I said, they've had questions about him being able to get down to technique things, but just watching his shuffle, stab, this is what you want out of this player. So we'll run this play. Shuffle, stab. There it is. Do it again. Shuffle, stab. He got his hands on him, got those vice grips. He's not going anywhere. And 95 ain't no little dude now. And just for my man Tyler Smith, you see the guy getting flipped over there. My man Chima's doing his thing over there. But just seeing that, I love to see that when it comes down to pass protection and just being able to just continue to keep on using your feet and shuffle, your kick slide, little things like that. It matters to be able to stop these defensive tackles, that stop these defensive ends. A lot of these defensive ends are running 4-3. So if he can just continue to keep learning and get down to the technique things, he has the strength, he has the power, he has the athletic ability. This guy could be a staple for this offensive line. So having an offensive line, if they can be on the same page as the fullbacks, the tight ends, this is what they did in the 90s. Emmitt Smith, that offensive line, Daryl Moose Johnston, everybody just doing what they got to do on the field. So it's going to be good. No excuses, but these guys are going to have to step up when it really matters most. I believe that they can do it, but it's always good to run these clips and see how these guys are doing. Shout out to Will McClay for bringing these guys in. Shout out to Mike McCarthy for implementing the system and getting these guys going. But these guys got to go out there and go prove it. So we'll be back on for another video. It's Dallas Cowboys for life. Talk to y'all soon. All right, y'all. Gone.